Hi, I'm Irina Baker, and today I want to speak about a very interesting topic that many people are ignorant about, and yet it's a very dangerous thing. So it's good to know about it. It's about the power of suggestions that we accept subconsciously without even knowing that we have accepted them, and they start creating our reality from inside out. And so I would like to help you understand where they come from, what they're all about, and what to do about them. A few days ago, I was standing in line at the local supermarket at the customer service counter. And there was a man next to me looking intently at the cigarette display. Obviously, he was a smoker and he was, I guess, choosing what cigarettes to buy or whatever he was doing. He was really, really looking for a long time at those cigarettes. And of course, it attracted my attention. So I glanced at the cigarettes. And suddenly, to my shock, I saw a huge sign that it's impossible to miss if you're looking at the cigarettes. And the sign said, a federal court has ordered R.J. Reynolds Tobacco and Philip Morris USA to state it's not easy to quit. From the consumer perspective, it seems like such an innocent sign that actually placed there for the benefit of the consumer to warn the smoker about this difficulty to quit smoking. And if court ordered these two companies to do something, that means these two companies were in court and they were punished for something. And now the court ruled to have it as a punishment, to post this sign. But the truth is, actually, the court, without even understanding it, I'm sure, actually acted on behalf of these two companies and against the regular consumer, against the smoker. Why is that? Because a lot of people don't realize how powerful our words are. And this sign that it's not easy to quit is actually a very powerful suggestion, and it works in favor of the tobacco companies. First of all, it's a free advertisement. It's court ruled, so we're supposed to place that sign. So we're so innocent, we were made to post that sign. And so it's accepted easier because it's not an advertisement, it's court ruled. The second one is, imagine this advertisement is placed in front of every single, I'm sure, every single cigarette counter. What does it mean? Well, imagine if you're in business, would you like to have your business and your name to be displayed in front of every potential client of yours? That would be amazing, right? It's the golden key to marketing. And that was actually done by the court. So it's a very, very dangerous suggestion. Why? Because first of all, we already know that it's hard to quit, but it's actually a belief, because it's just a personal belief that it's hard to quit. And it was suggested to us by all around us, the authorities, media, social media, our friends, our acquaintances, everything who wants to state their opinion, they stated, and we take it in without any discrimination because we're not aware of it. And so this sign is actually reinforcing the belief that is inside of every smoker. That's why they smoke, that it's so hard to quit. So why bother to try? Because I still won't be able to. I would think that if I'm a smoker and I know of dangers of smoking and I still continue smoking, well, first of all, of course, there is an inner issue that needs to be removed. That's another story. But the point here is that if I want to quit smoking, but then the sign tells me all the time that it's so hard to quit. My belief is so strong that my subconscious mind will be fighting tooth and nail when I try to quit. And imagine how many times the smokers will see that sign, because every time they need to buy cigarettes, and they consume cigarettes, I know, a lot, I guess, per day. So they go back, and everywhere they go, they will have that sign that will keep reinforcing their belief about how hard it is to smoke. So basically, don't even try, you won't be able to do it anyway. So this is such a misguided sign, such a misguided help, quote unquote, help to consumer. It actually works on behalf of the tobacco companies. I rest my case here. And this sign was not just the only one. This sign just made me think about the topic to talk about, because it's very important to me, at least. And I know that we create our reality from the beliefs inside, and that's what these suggestions do. And we're surrounded by suggestions. For example, the state of California, I believe, is notorious about that. Again, they think, some legislature people think, that they're doing great benefit to the public, informing the public about dangers. But what really happens? There is a product. I don't right now have an exact example, but you know what I'm talking about, I am sure. So there is a product. It could be some easy household, simple household thing, like a shampoo or some, I don't know, something that we consume on a regular basis. And so we take that, we buy this product, we start using it, and every time we're using it, we're glancing at the packaging, and we see state of California tells us that it leads to cancer. And so we already bought the product. We do need to use this product. We're not going to throw it away. And we actually got the reinforcement that, well, if you're consuming this product, you will get cancer. And it seems very simple and insignificant, just little tiny words, a lot of times in red color, and just a warning. But the truth is, it's very powerful. It's a powerful suggestion that goes within, and if we accept it, it creates our havoc in our life. And the interesting fact is, we don't know what we accept. We don't know do we accept this or we don't, or we reject it, because it all happens on the subconscious level. And we got used to having no discrimination whatsoever, because we don't know about the power of words. We don't pay attention how words affect our reality and what they create on the inside. Because a lot of people live only on the outside, believing that only outside affects them in all ways, but not the inside. But these suggestions come from outside, but they go within, and then the reality is being created. There is a great example of the power of the danger of suggestions. And this movie, it's a movie. It's called The Truman Show. It was made in 1998. And the main character is Jim Carrey, played by Jim Carrey. His name is Truman, obviously, The Truman Show. And I highly recommend to watch it or rewatch it, because if you're listening and watching this video, then you can watch the movie and really see how suggestions play, what role they play in our lives. Truman is inside of a fake reality, and he has no idea about that. The creator of that Truman's fake reality says himself, we accept the reality with which we are presented with. In other words, we're not creating it, we're presented with that reality. So Truman has been presented with the reality, with that fake reality, living on the island and being on a show. And he doesn't know about it. And everything around him is staged and fake. And there are plenty of suggestions to keep them within those borders, inside that box. For example, he goes to a travel agent because he longs to travel. He wants to go to Fiji, and the travel agent says very inconspicuously, well, it's very dangerous to travel. You shouldn't go anywhere. You should stay home, Truman. And then posters on walls suggest death from lightning on a plane, or some other death. So all the dangers are displayed on posters on the walls. And it might look exaggerated, but if you really start noticing what you surrounded with on the outside, you can find a lot of dangerous suggestions like that, designed to keep you within that box, not to go outside of your fake reality. And so that's why I highly recommend to watch The Truman Show and think about what suggestions do you accept on a regular basis by authorities, by media, by social media, by friends, by anybody who is around you, and you actually accept them without knowing it. I believe that spiritual awareness is the key to personal freedom. So I suggest, if you're willing, take a week and start really focusing and paying attention to all the words that are being said around you, to you, and what you believe in, and how many dangerous suggestions you have seen through each day during this week. I think it will open your eyes to something that you were not aware of before. Or at least I do hope that this topic will give you some awareness of the dangers of direct suggestions that go to your subconscious directly and start creating havoc in your life.